Listen, I've been out of school for a minute.
It's been 84 years.
I know what it's like to be in school and struggle in certain areas and like have to look over your shoulder to see who's watching. If you're struggling with making hard, crispy lineups, or are you just like butchering people? Everybody goes through that process. I don't want to make it seem like all barbers don't go through this. Everybody goes through that stage where you're just whooping haircuts back to back to back to back.
Back to back. Yeah, they want it back to back.
But at some point, you gotta start learning from your mistakes, all right? And here's 5 common mistakes that beginner barbers do when you're lining somebody up.
Where you get your beats? HustleDreamProduction.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm ready for you. Welcome to Velocity Cut, where gaslighters thrive. And you couldn't hold it in no more. I could see the frustration. Cause I'm doing a lineup video. I think you guys got me up. I really think you guys got me up. So number 1 is the pushback. The pushback, when you go too far on somebody's edge up and you're just not knowing how far to go back, right? You wanna make sure you keep it as natural as possible, but still keep it as crispy as possible at the same time. Now, what I like to do is I like to lift the hair up and just see where that hair begins. And after that, I identify where the highest peak of the hairline goes. You know what I mean? That gap in the hairline. I identify where that highest peak is and I stem off of that, because you don't want to go to line somebody up and they have like this little whole gap right there. You know what I mean? You got to take it up. So lift up the hair, identify where that natural line is, and go based off of that. And there's a lot of tools that you can use to make sure that the hair doesn't move, the hair is stiff. Pause. No, ain't no pause, man. The hair is stiff. Because the hair could be stiff, it ain't gotta be.
Where you get your beats? HustleDreamProduction.
So number 2 is using the full blade. When I was a beginner barber, I thought I had to use the full blade to line somebody up, when really you don't have to do that. You could use the edge of the blade and just go little by little. You don't have to use the full blade when you go to line somebody up, especially on that C-cup area. You wanna make sure you only use the tip of that blade, because if you use the full blade, it's gonna make a large line depending on how wide that blade is. You wanna make sure you use it as a pencil. You don't have to, you know, physically use it as a pencil. I'm just saying the tip of the blade, just use that to draw that C-cup. And that's gonna make your C-cups and your lineups better. A tip that I could give you guys as far as trying to create that C-cup is that you could start at one end of the hairline and basically go to the bottom end of the hairline, make your marks and connect all of them together. You know what I mean? Make small marks and then connect them together. That way it all comes together nice, and you could just detail as you go, depending on how curved you want that C-cup to be. We got something in the mail from Illuzien.
Do you know there's not enough time?
They probably didn't even hear it. I got the mic on. Y'all didn't hear that, so it don't even affect me. But we got something from Illuzien, and I know what it is. It's a blanket cape. It says, "Thank you, Jeezy, for being a pioneer in this industry. Your support for this brand has truly meant the world to us. Wish you a strong, prosperous new year." Appreciate it, Illuzien. Appreciate it. But this right here is like a blanket. Y'all cold out there in New York. I know it is cold. Over there on the East Coast, it's cold. This is like a blanket cape? Like some type of warmth that you need in the winter time that's gonna warm your client up. And I know you're thinking, oh, Jeezy, your clients are gonna be sweating in the chair. They're gonna be hot. But what about when it's cold in the morning? See, they didn't think about that. What about when you ain't washed your cape though? What about when you ain't washed your cape though and you don't be washing your cape though? Think about when you ain't washed your cape though and this is all you got and this is all you need and this is all what you need to get to. Listen, www. Link will be in the description. We out. I just dropped the camera. I need to clean this. Dang, that hurt. Should I dare risk it again? All right, let's restart it. And number 3, you gotta learn how to zero gap your trimmers. All right, that's very important as far as like getting those crispy lines and making sure your lineups is nice and neat. Here's some visuals on how to zero gap your trimmers. These days, most companies make it easy now because they come with like a zero gap kind of contraption type of thing the way you could put your blades in it and zero gap them. All you gotta do is unscrew your screws, push the blade up and screw them back tight. And most of the time these do well as far as zero gapping. But for me, the best thing is using your eyes. This is something that you have to have an eye for, or you could go and get your trimmer blades already zero gapped. Get Beamed has his company as well. You can go on his Instagram. I think it's Poppy Beam as well. Just remove the get and put the Poppy right there. You'll run into his company too. He got already built-in blades if you don't know how to zero gap. But at the end of the day, as a barber, as a professional barber, as a beginner, you should already be in that mode of trying to learn how to zero gap. You know what I'm saying? You might not have the money to go purchase. You know what I mean? You gotta learn to do it yourself at the end of the day. So making sure your blades are nice and set, having the sharp blades matter.
Where you get your beats? HustleDreamProduction.
All right, also remember to comb the hair back down. Even when you finish the lineup, comb the hair back down and reline it. But you gotta have some hitters. You gotta have some hitters. You gotta have some hitters. It's a must. These right here, I feel like these are a must-have right here. These are good. It's gonna take you a minute to get used to like the distance and how you like, I don't know, this, when you hold it right here, you're not holding it right here. You know what I'm saying? You're holding it way back here. So the distance, it throws you off a little bit, but, and then you always gotta have your balders. These hit too though. Don't get it twisted. I still be lining up the kids with these, but I use these mainly for balding. Number 4 is not prepping the lineup, man. Don't just dive in. Brush the hair down. First of all, let's rewind. Clean the hair. Okay, that'll give you the best results possible. Make sure you're working on clean hair. That's number 1. Second is you want to make sure you even clean the hair more with alcohol. That dries the skin. All right, that's where you're gonna get your ash marks that you're looking for when you go to line somebody up. That's what that comes from. Dry skin. It's all, when you wash the hair, it's automatically gonna happen anyway. But I like to do the extra mile to put some alcohol on the skin as well. Spray it down with hairspray and then wipe off the excess with alcohol. Make sure you blow dry it. Depending on if it's cold weather, you wanna use hot air and then cool it down with some cold air. But if it's hot outside, you wanna make sure that you use only cold air. That's gonna dry it, that's gonna freeze it, and you're gonna get your best results that way. Always prep the hair, make sure you comb it down, and bring it down to a guard size lower than what you used on top. So if you use the number 2 on top, make sure you use 1 guard with the lever closed right at the tips, right? That way, if the client brushes his hair, you won't get any overhang when you go to line up your client. Also, just because you line someone up doesn't mean that that's it. You know what I mean? Make sure you keep brushing down the hair, combing down the hair, relining that thing. That way, when your client goes to brush or does anything with his hairline, you don't have those hairs overlapping. Prepping the front line, I'm gonna add some shaving cream to my client's hair and skin. Next, I'm gonna apply a hot towel. What this hot towel is gonna do is gonna remove the dirt, the oil, the dead skin cells. Basically, it's gonna leave everything nice and clean. So when you're dealing with an afro, it's good to bring the hairs down to a 1.5, just the tip of the lineup. That way, when you go to line your client, it's nice and crispy and straight, and there won't be any overhang. I'm gonna use 91% alcohol and just make sure that the hairline and the hair is clean. So I like to start in the middle first. The reason why I start in the middle is because it shortens the distance between from you having to go to one side to the other, right? You can start in the middle, go to left, go to right. Meanwhile, you can take a step back, look how straight it is, and attack those corners where you need to make it straighter. When it comes to enhancements, I always suggest beginner barbers to just learn how to do a natural line first before you start using enhancement. That way, you're mastering your craft first before adding extra tools. And here's a perfect example of how using that tip of the blade going around the ear really matters, right? You want to make sure you use a little bit of that corner at a time, going around. And when it gets straighter in the back, that's when you can use the full blade. Number 5, and this is gonna be very controversial. A lot of barbers gonna probably be like, "You tripping, bro?" But you gotta push people back. There's some clients out there that's they just full of hair on the forehead, and it's a mandatory that you just gotta know when to push somebody back. You gotta know when to give a professional pushback. It's gonna come a time where not everybody. Let's just stop with the. Not everybody have perfect hairlines. First and foremost, clients, you don't got perfect hairlines, bro. Relax.
We're not talking about this or this. We're talking about this.
And you leaving it up to us. Sometimes we got to maneuver and try to shake and cross somebody over just to give you a nice little lineup. Not everything is a pushback. Sometimes you got to push it back because you grow too much. I'm just saying, knowing how to give a professional pushback, that's going to save you. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid of the pushback. Don't be afraid to, hey man, look, this is your hairline. Reveal it to your clients. This is what I'm working with. How you want me to line this up? Don't throw it back in their hands. How you want me to do this? What we doing? You know what I mean? If it just look too crazy, have them tell you, do it right here, do it right there. They'll tell you do it right here. Or if they don't know, bro, you gotta be professional with it. Go to the highest part where you know what I'm saying? And then just line it up. Sometimes you just gotta do it. I don't care what nobody say. I get backlash. Sometimes you gotta get professional pushback because the hair just grow everywhere. All right, YouTube, another day. Give myself a fresh cut. Lineup is looking crispy. Let's go. But that's it, man. That's the 5 common mistakes that I see beginner barbers making as far as lining people up. Now, there is such thing as committing to lining somebody up too. Like, some of y'all is not actually committing to actually just doing it. Y'all trying to be so tedious and not trying to be the pushback, and you're trying to, listen, sometimes you just gotta mess up.
That is not correct. Because according to the encyclopedia,
you mess up, you learn. You mess up, you learn. You mess up, you learn. You mess up, you get better. You get better and better and better. Sometimes messing up is the only way you know how to learn from it. Don't be afraid. Go all in. You know what I mean? Use the tips though. Don't just go all in blindly. Use the tips. Go all in. Listen, if you found this video informative, if you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. You're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We back on the grind. It's 2026. I was about to 2026, all right? We out. We back on the grind. Peace.
Where you get your beats? HustleDreamProduction.